I humbly request you to address the gathering.
Distinguished Chief Guest Honorable Dr. Venkataravu, dear Reverend Dr. Thomas C. Matthew, Vice Chancellor, Reverend Dr. Abraham V.M., Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Anil Pinto, our Registrar, Professor Joni Joseph, our Controller of Examinations, our Deans, Heads of the Departments, members of the faculty, our dear Mr. Jugnu Oberoi, the President of our Christ Alumni Association, dear parents, invitees, especially my dear graduating students, ladies and gentlemen. Today I was, so to say, presiding over the third convocation ceremony at Christ University. Yesterday we had 2 convocations, today the third one. In fact, I was a bit tired physically, but I was so much delighted and empowered by the beautiful address given by Dr. Venkataravu, especially his reference to the first point, namely mother. The reason is simple. I am very fond of my mother. So that made me think of my mother and her love. And I would always say, mothers are not simply persons. That's my feeling. Mothers are not persons alone. They are continued presence. My mother is dead and gone. But she lives in my heart and my mind very powerfully. So I would say it's an incessant, inspiring presence here. So my dear students, today is a very great and grateful day. The day of convocation for you and for the university. So the entire Christ Church fraternity is very proud of you. And the entire Christ family can really be proud of this day and should praise God for His manifold blessings. Let us congratulate you all very warmly and with sincere gratitude. And also especially your parents who toiled for you for so many years here. On this happy and auspicious occasion, let me, as I said, congratulate all the graduates for their great achievements. One of your fond dreams has been to secure a prestigious degree from Christ University. That dream has come true today. Please do not stop dreaming. Dreaming is not only for your own future, but for the future of others. Future of your beloved parents who brought you up with such love and care, with much hard work and generosity. You must be thinking about your teachers and fellow human beings, more especially for the weaker sections of the society of ours. I would also say that when we stop dreaming, in fact, you start dying. Your creativity dies, your innovativeness and initiatives die. Hence, keep dreaming with realism and idealism. Please do not be individualistic and exclusive, but always collective and inclusive. Let's be proud of the Indian genius of inclusiveness, openness, Indian vision of education as integration and awakening. India's sense of self-awakening is wonderful. Remember, self-awareness is door to realization. It's the step to success. So without self-awareness, and without getting awakened to ourselves, we cannot achieve anything in our life. We, the Christ Church fraternity, send you to the world with a noble vision. Please do convert the Christ Church vision of excellence and service into your day-to-day concrete actions. In your future journey, there should not be a connect between the vision and your life. You, my dear graduates, are the future face of our Christ University. You are the effective and vibrant ambassadors of Christ-state culture and the Christ-state values. It is said that there are two kinds of histories. One, the Harvard case study type. The other, that the masses write. The academic type and the popular one. We, the members of the faculty and management, can write an excellent and academic type of history of Christ University. But it is you, the outgoing graduates, who, through your life and performance, do write the real history of Christ University. Let the history of Christ University that you write in future be an excellent and enlightening one. Let the history you write be inspiring and empowering, creative, contributive, and unique. I said earlier that today is a great and a grateful day. We are bound to be grateful. Gratitude is certainly the noblest attitude of man. It makes us happy and hopeful, content and creative. Gratitude, to my mind, is a wonderful tonic, both spiritual and psychological. It makes our life predominantly positive. My dear graduates, you have so many reasons to be grateful, especially today. You are indeed chosen ones from various parts of the world. Several young ones of your age and stage desire to study in this university, but only a small section of them could submit their applications. From among those applied, only a few could get admitted. Again, not all who started with you could not graduate today. Many have spent their time and talents for you. They all have prepared you to this glorious moment, but not just for this moment alone, but for your life, for your bright and successful future. Christ University, as a much sought after center of higher education, has tried to give you ample. Again, not all who started with you could not graduate today. Many have spent their time and talents for you. They all have prepared you to this glorious moment, but not just for this moment alone, but for your life, for your bright and successful future. Christ University, as a much sought after center of higher education, has tried to give you ample opportunities for your holistic development, strengthening your self-confidence and self-mastery, empowering your attitude of performance and actions, and encouraging your talents of connectivity. As graduates of Christ University, you will hopefully bear the sublime signs of this great institution. You have all the potentials to be excellent and exuberant. You must serve others with grace and generosity, concern and compassion. The vision of Christ University, excellence in service, will enable you to be proud and enterprising, ever committed to and strive after development. It is development that arrests the attention of all Indians today, especially in the present context of the political situation of our country. Let us focus on the total development, not only the material development, but the inner and outer development, transcending religions and regional barriers, caste and creed boundaries, taking into account all the sections of the society, especially the side attract groups. In your hectic life in future, please try to make people around you rich, proud, and happy. How? By getting involved in socially responsible tasks and morally upright approaches. My dear graduates, try to be other-oriented in this world of cutthroat competition and market economy. Let's not forget that greed over need is the ultimate root of all kinds of corruptions in a society. The practice of one of the core values of our Christ University should incessantly inspire us to be other-oriented, namely, love and concern for our fellow human beings and the care for the environment that we live will certainly change the very nature and future of this world that we live in. Your pursuit of excellence and service does not conclude today. The real journey begins today. Do keep in your mind and heart the vision you received and hold fast to the values that you learned here. Then success is yours. Please rest assured. Once again, my hearty congratulations, best wishes, and God's abundant blessings. Thank you very much.
With that elderly advice, I now invite the ever-cheerful Mr. Jugno Oberoi, President of the Christ University Alumni Association, to felicitate our graduates.
What I was thinking way back 40 years at my graduation in this very campus. Only that time we took black and white camera pictures, and that too with our batchmates being all guys. Yep. It was not a co-ed college in my time, while today you have these charming ladies dressed in the best Indian outlook, and that too you take colored pictures. Jealous? Yes, I am. That's why a month back met Father Kariel, the principal who introduced co-ed in this campus way back in early 80s. I asked him, why were the fathers so harsh with us that we had an all-boys college? Plus, because of that, I had to go across to Singapore to find my own better half. Father smiled and replied, Jugno, during your time and the batches after you, we found the students' attendance going down in classes, while the visit to Mounts and Jyoti Nivas was going up. So we fathers thought it best to bring Mounts and Jyoti Nivas into Christ. Nowadays, I am told, Father VC, he has to chase you guys home. I pray shortly that my college does not become a totally girls' university. Added to my troubles, while I was seated below, I received a note from Father saying, Jugno, lunch is delayed, so keep talking. Sent back a reply. On what, Father? He said, run an algebra class if you want. So Christite, lend me your ears. I stand before you as a terrified teacher, but a proud Christite. Now, let me rush back to my formal address. Otherwise, my friend Father Varghese will fine me for spoiling the decorum of today's graduation ceremony. Though I understand I'm the last speaker of the day, they say he either gets the best or the worst award. Being a member of your family, do at least give me a small applause, even if I bore you, and keep the tomatoes you carry for my salad. Every Christite's Man Friday, our learned Honorable Chancellor, Reverend Father Thomas Aikara. Friends, last evening, while I finished my address and I was returning back, a young faculty approached me. He asked me, Sir, why do you address our Chancellor as Man Friday? I told him, and I would like to share that with you Christites. I said, you are aware we are having 4 graduation ceremonies. He said, yes, you are aware around 4,000 Christites are being graduated. Have you seen this young man of 83 years? 3 hours is our graduation ceremony. 2 hours, he's standing there, smiling, shaking hand with each Christite and wishing him. I told him, I'll challenge you. I'll get you the permission to stand at 1 graduation. I know when I sit there, every half an hour, I'm twitching my foot to get my blood running in my feet. I think this young, unpaid Chancellor does receive from our Christites a round of applause. Guest of honor, Dr. Rao, the Vice Chancellor of the popular National Law School, where even my both children had the honor of studying under you. The proud commandant of today's passing out brigade, our honorary colonel from the Indian Army, our own Vice Chancellor and friend, Dr. Father C. Thomas. Every alumni's ladies bodyguard, our own Salman Khan, come friend in Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Father Abraham. The quiet, hardworking principal of Christ Junior College, Father Sebastian, respective fathers, the fine gentlemen in register, Dr. Anil, deans, HOD, controller of examination, our backbone in this campus, the learned faculties, staff, invitees, happy parents, ladies and gentlemen, and above all, the eye of today's apple, my fellow graduating Christites, my namaskaram, walaikum salam, sat sri akal, and a very good morning to one and all. Graduating day, an event which every student looks forward to, for it's today one changes from a youth to a man, from a girl to a woman who is ready to face the outside world on their own feet. I recall my own graduation and remember that we too had some fine speakers giving us some sound advice, and advice which many of us took up in our own careers, and it helped us build up much of our standing in life today. This day, you also have received some great advice from speakers before me, and I hope you will keep it in mind. Let me, as your seniors, add a small bit to their thoughts. At the outset, I carry the greetings and best wishes of thousands of fellow Christites who have passed out of this institution with their heads held high. India is shining. India will be a superpower by 2020. India will be the 3rd richest country by 2050. These are facts, and you are lucky to be in this period of growth. What's in it for you? Plenty, but only if you take the opportunities coming your way, then only will India be shining at your door. Everybody wants a Rolex in his hand, a Merc in a garage, but my friend, that does not come with a swish of a hand. It comes with a lot of sweat on your forehead. You're fortunate you have graduated from one of the top 10 universities in the country. Be proud and ensure you hold the alma mater's flag flying high. Your voice outside the campus is the backbone of our second home. Yes, I have always stated, we Christites, each one of us are the